All right, sounds good to me.
Yeah, three-man show. Better stand up. Turn the mic on. Turn the cams up. Max Powers, Dragon Wildcat in the cut. Three names ring out when it's time to talk tough. Three-man podcast, turn that up. Max Dragon Wildcat, run that up. Hit that chat, let it flood, go nuts. If you're hating, better hope your Wi-Fi cut. Three-man podcast, talk that talk.
What's going on, peoples? I know it's been a while, but we back.
What's up, niggas?
Yeah, we ain't talking to y'all black folk. We talking to y'all niggas.
Teach me, baby. Call my phone. This needs me, baby.
There you go with this thing again.
My bad. Drake started playing in the background when he started. I was just like, oh, okay, that's my shit right there.
I ain't even listening. I ain't even listening to it, man. I ain't been listening to it because I've been getting ready to. I'm gonna drop me an album. Bump it. I'm dropping me an album. That's what I'm doing.
Okay. That's what's up.
And my homeboy finna use maybe more than one track now because he was gonna use one track and then I what's going on, Cellulite?
Hey, Sal, man, bring your ass up here, nigga.
He should have the link, man. You send him the link.
Man, I'm sending you the link, nigga. Supposed to call my ass back.
But yeah, folks. So I'm thinking about dropping me a daggum album, man. One of my homeboys is actually, matter of fact, while they doing what they do, man. Let me see if I can play something for y'all while they doing what they do. I don't even know if y'all can hear this or not, but we gonna see. While they trying to get things done, man. And this is my music. YouTube. This is my music. This is nobody else's music. This is mine. Okay, so I don't want to hear nothing about no copyright strikes at all. So I'm gonna play this one right here for y'all. See if y'all can hear this thing. No, y'all can't hear it. It's going through my headphones. But anyway, it don't matter. They back anyway. I was gonna entertain y'all with some stuff, but they back. It's all good. I was gonna play some.
Whoa! No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you, nigga. Yeah, I know you sensitive about your shit, nigga. I'm fucking.
Oh no, I ain't hear. I wasn't even paying attention to what you said.
No, you didn't hear what I said? I said, boo, get that shit off there. And I'm fucking with you, bro.
Oh, it's all good, man.
Hey,
well, here go Crypto Dragon. He in the spot. Crypto done came up in this thing, man.
What's good, brothers?
We good, man. We good, man. We actually we about to hit this this broadcast, man. Fox is about to broadcast something, man.
Your voice is extra deep today, nigga. Extra low and extra deep. I'm talking about Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon.
Yeah, it sound like Dragon about to
tired, man.
Shit, I understand he might be tired. Sound like Dragon about to resurrect goddamn Barry White and they about to do a track together.
Oh, you funny, man. You funny as hell.
Hey, on another side note, real quick, remember an old chick from Chicago?
The chick that lived near you that you thought was gonna be okay, and then she ended up. You went to a damn TikTok page and found out she just like the rest of these bitches.
Man, tell me why she popped up at my job today and showed up behind me, said something to me, talking about she want to holler at me still.
Hey, Sean, you might have to cut the... Hey, Wildcat, you're going to have to cut the music.
I'm going to have to cut it because he's low. But yeah, hey, man, you better tell that chick to get a restraining order, bro.
Nah, I'm about to have some fun, bro.
What you mean fun? With her?
Yup.
I don't know what's wrong with you, bro. You gonna all right now? Keep it up.
What you mean? Keep up. I ain't fixed to do nothing there. All it is about to be.
You said you about to have some fun. What kind of fun you about to have?
Some healthy chaos.
Oh, you just basically going to ignore it, basically,
Pretty
and
much.
see and try to. What's up, Bubba?
Because I told Eden and Joshua don't use their phone while they eat it out, but are we allowed to have our phone?
Y'all need to cut them phones off anyway, because y'all ain't gonna be able to go to sleep because the blue light that comes through them screens. So y'all cut that out. Whatever he said, I said. Yeah, I should have muted up. It's all good.
Cut that phone off. Go sleep,
It's all
baby.
good, bro.
All right, what time is it? 9:29. We about to go live, folk, with Fox
Hold on,
News.
do I have an echo?
No.
Yeah, I
You
got
do.
an echo.
No,
I
you
hear an
don't.
echo.
I don't.
Yeah. Where's that
Fox
coming
News
from?
is about to go. Fox News is about to go live.
Well, fix that echo first. Before. All right, that
You the
echo's
one
fixed.
echoing. I ain't echoing.
No, I was gonna say. Not mine. It was dragging.
So this is about to go down. I don't know. It's basically this is Fox covering what's going on. The Democrats are basically having the issues with. Guys have not been paying attention. The Socialist Party, the Democratic Socialist Party of America, has taken over the Democratic Party. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You got several DSA candidates that have won primaries. You have Graham Plattner that stepped down, and the people that want to replace him are worse than him. We already covered this on another show. Y'all saw that up there on the debate stage, and the only go ahead.
So to give you the correct number, about 15 DSA candidates won.
Mm-hmm.
Beat incumbents, Democrats, 15 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the Democrat Party is being taken over by the socialists. And to the bitch ass nigga, a year ago on TikTok told me I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. And I told him, give me $1,000. I guaranteed you next year the socialists going to come out in full work. And I'm like, you're talking about, I told him at least 20 of them are going to come out and run for major Democratic seats. Again, he told me I was crazy. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Bitch better have my money. Next time I go on TikTok, bitch better pay my money. I betted that nigga $1,000.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this, dog. It's looking like we're gonna have three parties in America from here on out, because I don't see the Democratic Party staying one for these motherfuckers.
It's not going to be three Democratic parties. It's not going to be three parties. It's literally going to be one party, and the Democrats they're going to either be completely taken over by the DSA,
or they're going to become Republican,
or the moderates. The moderates they're going to start coming towards the right. That's what basically they're going to start doing. They're going to start coming over towards the right.
Well, I mean, you already had a few. I mean, look at Fetterman. Fetterman's talking about leaving the daggum Democratic Party. Now, the reason why he want to leave it, I don't agree with it.
It's
do all the rather crazy shit.
You
should have been fucking left. But here we go, folks.
Here's the problem with Fetterman. If you look at Fetterman's voting record is quite far left. He has a quite far left voting record.
Major shot just fired by the Democrat Party. The tent might not be big enough for two. Late last night, the DNC met behind closed doors to pick their first primary for 2028. AOC and the communists have been lobbying for Nevada, a heavily Hispanic state that went for Bernie in 2020. Black power brokers like Clyburn and Sharpton said it'd be racist not to pick South Carolina, where blacks would punch Kamala's ticket and send her on the road with wind at her back. People inside of the room knew this was going to be a slaughterhouse.
One of them told Notice, quote, "It's going to be a bloodbath, and I think they're all going to fight to the death for this." Great.
Both sides of the room left wounded. The commie wing got smeared as anti-black, and the black establishment wing comes off as corrupt. But Kamala and Clyburn came out on top. The vote swung the machine's way, with South Carolina just hitting the threshold. This is the second time this month that the machine screwed the commies. In Maine,
could you put a quick pause real quick, Sean? Yeah, we're gonna have to take pauses and do commentary. Just to let you know that, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so
I mean that's a given, dude.
So what you have right now is the what you have basically the cultural Marxists versus the ideology Marxists. Basically, you have the cultural Marxists, which is the blacks, versus everybody else. And so this is pretty fucking funny because, see, the black Marxists, they think Kamala Harris is the front runner, but they don't realize AOC is the front runner when it comes to the Democratic Party. Gavin Newsom, like, let's just be honest, Gavin Newsom, he's going to be one of the first candidates to be out when it comes to the Democratic. I think they start what, next year.
It starts.
Yeah,
in
they
January,
start.
Dude.
No, because
the primaries. I mean,
yeah, the primaries. It technically it started now, but
in the 27.
It starts next. It starts next year, probably like around in October.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're gonna start seeing the people making their official, nominee running to be the Democratic nominee for the president of the United States. So this shit is going to be. I really don't give a fuck about the Republican side because there's only three candidates. That it's going to be Ron DeSantis
and JD,
Mark Rubio, JD Vance, and let's just be real.
We actually got too many good candidates, dude. Those three are so strong. It's like, who do you fucking pick?
I would like for a JD presidential nominee, Mark Rubio as VP, and Ron DeSantis as Secretary of State.
That'd be strong. And then you switch it up whenever JD go through his, then Mark.
I don't mind.
DeSantis go VP.
I don't mind if Mark Rubio stays Secretary of State. I don't mind.
I don't either, but it's like, dude, he's doing a great job. Like, he's doing a fucking great job.
I think he's gonna, in my opinion, he's gonna go down as the best secretary. One of the best Secretary of States in this modern time. I think he's actually the best Secretary of State we have had in the past 40 years. And that's saying a lot. It really is saying a lot. I think he's the best. Like, for me, it goes Mark Rubio, then Condoleezza Rice.
You said Mark Rubio, then Condoleezza?
Yeah.
Condoleezza didn't do a bad job. I wasn't Republican back then, but Condoleezza didn't do a good job. She didn't do a bad job at all.
She did what? See, if Condoleezza was a fucking this nigga wildin', bruh. If Condoleezza was a Democrat, she would have gone down as at that time, she would have been the best Secretary of State of all time. But yeah, she did a good job. She did the best that she could, what she had to deal with. And so that's why I give her that's where I give her flowers.
It's a classy woman, man. That's a classy woman. Very educated. Smart, brilliant woman.
Do I feel she was too? I felt she was too loyal to Bush whenever his administration was really fucking up, aka the Operation Iraqi Freedom, Afghanistan. But you know what? That's neither here or there. But yeah, Mark Rubio, I wouldn't mind if he's like, you know what? I don't want to be vice president. I don't want to be. I want to stay as Secretary of State. I'll be like, shit. JD Vance, Ron DeSantis. That will be a good. That will be. I feel like that will be the probably one of the best tickets we will ever see on the Republican side.
You talking about JD Vance, Ron DeSantis?
Yeah.
I mean, either one, man. You could. It's like you could switch them up and still be good. Hold on.
But the problem with Ron DeSantis, he has the charisma of a fucking dead fish. Like his charisma is sucks. JD Vance, he's not Trumpist. He's a Mark Rubio's the closest thing when you come towards like being like kind of Trumpish. But the problem with Mark Rubio is he's short than a motherfucker. And people don't like voting for short people, which is
short people.
Even, yeah, people don't like voting. You got when it comes to politics, Mark Rubio.
He's that short.
He's not. See, when it comes to presidents, right? I mean, and it's
George
always
Bush,
the thing.
George Bush Jr. wasn't that tall. Is he that tall?
He was. George Bush was 5'11". He was 5'11".
Mark Rubio's shorter than 5'11".
Mark Rubio's 5'9".
Hold on, man. Go ahead.
So the reason why is that when it comes to presidents, the American people like their president to be 6'4" and better. 6 feet and up. 6 feet and up.
4 and better.
6 feet or better. Like, you know how tall Donald Trump is?
He's like 6'2", 6'3", isn't he?
No, he's 6'4".
He's 6'4". Okay, yeah. I knew he was
6'4". Yeah. And so they like a tall person. And that's the problem with Mark Rubio is if this nigga pause, if he had an extra 3 inches, man, Mark Rubio would be next president of the United States.
So you saying because he's short, he will never be president?
Because he's short, it will be hard for him to be able to become president. It will be hard for him, especially if he's say Mark Rubio decides to run for president, and let's just say he's a front runner against JD Vance in 2028, right? When he stand right next to Gavin Newsom, when he stand right next to Gavin Newsom to shake hands before the the debate, Gavin Newsom, he will automatically receive 10 points just because he's overshadowing Mark Rubio.
There's been 10 presidents so far that have served as presidents in this nation that are under 6 foot.
10 presidents out of how many presidents?
47.
Who's the last? Who's the last one?
They're not in the They're not in the modern time, man. All of them are before modern time. Hold on.
So, you said all the ones that's below 6 foot for modern time. So, all before the television. You see?
Yeah, all those before television.
Because one of the things that what hurt Kamala Harris was whenever she was standing next to Trump was over towering her and shit because Trump had like an extra feet on her, if I remember correctly. Because Kamala Harris, she's like 5'4", 5'3", if I remember correctly.
And Kennedy was short. It don't say how tall he is, but Kennedy was short. Gerald Ford wasn't that tall.
Only reason why Kennedy won was because he was good looking.
Well, Mark Rubio's is a attractive guy.
That nigga gay. That I'm fucking with you. So it's like So it's like back in the day, right? It was Kennedy versus Richard Nixon. Richard Nixon during that debate that during the major debate that decided who was going to be president. Richard Nixon, he had a cold and shit. So, and JFK, he just came from vacation, so he was all tanned and shit. So what happened was the people who was watching the debate on TV, they said Kennedy won because of the fact that he looked at all presidential and shit. He had a fresh tan. He looked it good and all that shit. But and the reason why they say that Richard Nixon won, he looked all ghoulish and old and shit, right? But if the people who was listening to the debate on the radio, they all said Richard Nixon won because he made the most sense. See where I'm coming from? So now, because of we're in a modern time, everything is televised and shit. You see the height and shit, and so people, and as you know, if we're gonna talk about the female voters, women, you know how women are when it comes to men
You got
who are
somebody
below.
addressing you, bro, in the comments. How 9,000 AI says first comment he put is you want Usha as the first lady. Barbara Bush wasn't no damn striking. She wasn't no goddamn.
Usa. Who's Usa? Usa.
You don't know who the Usa is, bro.
Usa. Who's Usa? The first lady Usa.
JD.
Oh, shit. Yeah, shit. Yeah. My bad. Uda.
She's not a bad looking chick. She's not a bad looking chick.
The problem is, I get where he's coming from.
Then he said, dude bugging. Ain't no womb man from the 1900s finna become the president. Womb man. I don't know what that means.
Woman, like.
Well, he said womb man. He spelled it WOMBMAN. No, ain't no woman finna be president. You damn right, ain't no woman gonna be president. It's gonna be a minute for there's a woman that's president. I don't see it happening, but he wasn't saying that a woman was going to be president. Hal 9,000 AI. He wasn't saying that. He was discussing the heights of the former presidents, and we were also talking about how before the television came out, there were 10 presidents that were shorter than 6 foot, and ever since then, there really haven't been any short presidents. And so we were saying that Marco Rubio has a slim percentage that could hurt him from becoming president just because he's what, 5'9", you said?
I think he's like 5'8", 5'9", 5'8". I'm not sure exactly. I just know that whenever he's around Trump, Pete Hegseth, JD Vance, they all overtower his ass.
He's 5'9".
He's 5'9"? Okay. So yeah, you see there's a height bias. And so when it comes to the female voters will see that shit, and what they would do is they will vote for the other person.
Ain't that some shit, dude?
Yes.
For the longest time, women were fighting to vote, right?
Yes.
Then when you talk about the discrepancies in voting and why people vote certain ways, it's always the fucking women be voting for some stupid ass reason.
Women vote for attraction and height.
Which is crazy to me. Because that does not determine whether you're a good leader or not. Because they'll vote for Gavin Newsom just because they think he looks good and he's tall.
Yes, they will vote for
ran California into the fucking ground.
They will vote for height, looks, and emotional irrelevance. Basically, they will choose cultural issues over politics.
And now you know, folks, why the hell we didn't want women voting in the first place. And let me say this and give a PSA. I'm not a most male chauvinist. I am not a douchebag, whatever you want to call it. But the more and more you read about it, the more and more you go deep into looking at why things happen and why this happens. If you look at it, women wanted all this equality, right? And so you have the feminist movement. Now women want to be soft now. Now they want to do everything now. Y'all can't make up your fucking mind. And you end up being so fickle, it's ridiculous. So even though there are plenty of you out there that are logically thinking, you have to consider the whole women population when it comes to such big decisions as in voting. Because y'all are confused. It's all over social media, man. It's so many women out there now. It's just like, well, I want this and I want that, and I don't want to work anymore. And da-da-da. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the podcast with Andrew's wife. I forgot the name of the podcast. It's two guys. One guy's Andrew that always pisses off all these hoes and stuff, and his wife came on the same podcast.
The Crucible.
Okay, well, whatever it is,
it's called the Crucible.
Is Andrew this guy that's always together? And then his wife came on the podcast, and his wife was talking to these hoes across the table, and she said basically, y'all need to shut the hell up about wanting equality. The feminist movement has ruined everything. Until y'all work 50% of the men's jobs, until y'all are 50% of the garbage collectors, of the welders, of the construction workers, of the oil rig workers, until y'all make up 50% of those jobs, y'all need to shut the fuck up. She said that to him because y'all don't want equality, y'all want privilege. So that's why, folks, all of this stuff about women not needing to vote and all that stuff has come up in discussions again, because y'all just, boy, look here, ever since the beginning of time, man, and Eve coaxed Adam into eating that thing. It's still Adam's fault, but at the same time, it's like, dude, y'all just be on some different stuff. Y'all really do. It's a lot of y'all that are intelligent, smart, make good decisions, but some of y'all, oh my God. So look at this whole movement with these liberals in the trans. What do you think came up with that?
It was women. Because
and now y'all got men who think they women and telling y'all that y'all are not women and they are just as much women as y'all are. That's y'all fault. I can't believe I heard that. I was all looking on the internet. I seen this happen. Dude out of his mouth said cis. He said trans women are just as much women as cis women. And he was saying it with his chest. I was like, you got to be kidding me. And y'all did it to yourselves because y'all know how y'all are. Just like you did with Lizzo, all this enabling. Go, girl. You look good, girl. No, you don't. You fat. Lose weight. Get healthy. No, she does not look good. Notice after all that enabling y'all did and coaching her to do all that, right, she ended up still trying to lose weight. Because she know the truth. She's big as a freaking hippo. Man, please, go somewhere.
It's that them what is it? Them GOPs?
Yeah.
That's what listen. She has been putting into work.
Yeah, she's been actually working out. You know what though? It's crazy. My boss at my job takes GLP. He's been taking them for a year. He's almost going on his second year taking them regularly. This dude don't do no working out, none of this stuff. He has literally shown how much of a beta he is. He's about as beta as you can get, dude. He really is. He is not a man at all. I remember when he lost weight? Yeah, he's lost plenty freaking weight, but he ain't doing it working out. He looks like a freaking skeleton now. Here's the crazy part. Like I told y'all, I used to wonder. Remember when I told y'all that I missed my promotion? I didn't get the promotion right.
Yeah,
I wondered. I thought at first I said it ain't racism because, which I don't never go to that anyway. I don't cry racism like that. But I knew it wasn't racism because the first girl he hired was a black girl, and then he hired a white girl over me. So I said it ain't racism. I said it must be favoritism. I thought about it. Now you know what it is. I don't even think it's favoritism anymore. It's got a little bit to do with it. I think it's the fact that he was not going to be able to push off his work on me because I'm a fucking alpha. And he was going to have to bump heads with me, and he's not good at confrontation because he's a bitch. Plain and simple. So he puts
wait 1 second.
all his work on them 2 girls. He hired them so he could get there. This dude take 4 vacations a year, bro. He just got back. About to go again.
So how long each vacation he's off? Or how
2
long?
weeks? He be gone, bro. I'm serious. This dude has, and then he got mad last time he came back from vacation thinking, this is how I know he's a beta. There's a board in our office, right? And you're supposed to put suggestions on things dealing with saving money, avoiding risks in the hospital, all this stuff, right? He comes back off vacation and think that it's geared toward him. He took it personally. Like, dude, you put the bit up there. How you gonna think it's personal towards you when it's supposed to improve the whole department? I knew right then and there, man. Like, yeah, this cat here,
you a
I know what this is
bitch,
all
nigga.
about. He's a bitch, nigga. He's a bitch, nigga. Oh, my sweetheart chilling on the streets of Santo Domingo right now with a Presidente in her hand. Shout out
Lucky
to
her.
Orlanji.
So, like, yeah, man. See, here's the reason why I like, because one of my doctors, he recommended the GOP to me and shit. And so I'm like, what does it? It doesn't make you want to eat or something, or
it does kind of, depending on how much of a dosage you have, because I only got to the 2.5 and I must be a really greedy motherfucker because the 2.5 ain't do shit for me. So 2.5 is the lowest. You get a 5 after that, then it goes to 10. So basically it does, as you go up in dosage, it has a mechanism that works on your hormones to where it will not generate the hunger hormone or hunger reaction. Does that make sense?
okay, yeah, I guess so. It makes sense.
And then, but you gotta drink a lot of water. Some people been having, like, I don't think this will happen to you. It's the people that have been on it too long, because I'm telling you, this dude's messing himself up. And I know, folks, we're getting all off subject. We're gonna go back to the video. This dude's messing himself up. I'm just waiting in the wings. Go ahead on kill over, bro. I'm gonna step up as director. But that black chick don't get it, because nobody don't like her either. She got control issues. She's a narcissist. She's
That
somewhat like of one. She's slightly somewhat of one. It's not as bad as
that sounds like the person I fucking work with.
And what's crazy is nobody on day shift likes this chick, dog. Nobody likes her. Nobody at all. It's terrible. But anyway, let's go back to the tape, man.
That sounds like the that sounds like the person I work with. Yeah. So to all the younger fellas out there, little word of advice. If nobody, people you do business with, people who barely knows you, if no one can say anything good about you, bruh, people aren't the problem. You are, bruh.
You, exactly.
Because,
well, I found out also the dude only worked 1 year at the bedside as a therapist, bruh, before he went into that position. So
bruh,
straight
I'm gonna tell you like this, bruh. One of my dispatchers, bruh, and he's one of the dispatchers, and he's also like one of the head guys of the company. No one has said anything nice about him at all. Zero, zip, nada. Not one person I have met so far working with this company has said anything nice about him. And that is in my opinion, that is a fucking problem. Am I going to complain about it? Nope, it's not my company. I'm just going to be the good person that I'm usually am. But that is a major fucking problem, because that's going to affect shit in a long run. Like, people ain't going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and we in trucking. Sometimes you gonna need the benefit of the doubt. Feel me?
Yes, indeed.
Sometimes shit just fucks up just because shit just fucks up. That's truck driving for you. Like, you wake up one day and you wake up one day and you're like, shit, my truck just broke down. Fuck. Then people ain't gonna give you the benefit of the doubt if they don't fucking like you. They're gonna be like, no, bring that shit here. We're gonna need that shit here. We're gonna have to deduct your pay or some shit like that, right? So just remember, gentlemen, be the best person. Somebody saying nigga.
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh, I swear, I thought that was you in your background.
No, I guarantee you, I guarantee you, they ain't saying none of that. No, sir. Let's go back to this video, though.
And then they trashed Ashley out of the second debate and picked some random logger.
Does it remind you at all what happened with Biden and Harris?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just, you can't switch horses midstream and expect to come out a winner.
The people should choose. I don't know if the delegates, it sounds like an inside job.
I don't think a bait and switch will work at all. I'd say bring Graham Plattner back. Let him run. That was the choice, right?
The DNC is trying to screw AOC like they screwed over Bernie. But La Conquistadora still riding high after that New Hampshire poll put her in first.
It just feels straight up dangerous to be able to take a scooter, 30, 40 miles an hour? 53 miles an hour?
In 3 seconds.
That's like a scooter going highway speed in New York State. So much of our change in our politics, as you
Hold on. Did she misread the gauge on the daggum on the electric bike? And the electric bikes don't go 53 miles an hour. Now they got an electric dirt bike that's out that goes 50 miles an hour. But ain't no electric bikes.
No, they got electric bikes going that fast.
She ain't on it. The one I seen looked like a dirt bike, not the regular one that you pedal. They ain't going no 50 miles an hour.
I would be afraid. I would be afraid to put her on a fucking regular electric scooter.
Like my ex don't know how to ride a bike. My ex don't know how to ride a bike. I'll show you what kind of childhood she had. Anyway, let's continue.
You mentioned does have to do with culture. But I think part of it is it being a cool thing, but then also I actually think it needs to evolve into an uncool, mundane thing. It's not just something that cool people do.
The commies have made it clear they don't want a coalition with Kamala. They have their eyes on another woman.
AOC is, out of all of the people that you mentioned, AOC is the only one that I would like.
And you think she could win general election?
Yeah.
All right, now check this out. Because somebody brought this up the other day. Have y'all not noticed Hassan Packer has taken to some type of Mao Zedong uniform type shit lately? That's the same uniform Mao Zedong, Communist Party, Chinese dictator that basically killed millions and millions of Chinese people back in the day. And now he is endorsing AOC. There's no way in the hell AOC is winning. There's no way in the hell. And she's such a accommodating person that she won't strike down anybody that says anything or that they're gonna be supporting her. She's just not gonna do that at all. So it's looking more and more like what the Democratic Party, what they're doing and what they decided to do is because they're siding so much with the so far left that, like back in the day when Franklin Delano Roosevelt was president, because of the Great Depression, Franklin Delano Roosevelt was a Democratic president for 4 terms in a row. And then his vice president took over and they had 5 Democratic president terms. So I've already put this out. I've already made the prediction. I think the Republicans are going to be in power as the president of the United States for at least 4 terms straight, at least. Because you got sensible Americans that are not these far left crazy people that are Democratic Party. They're not going to vote for this crap. They're not going to vote for AOC. Did you see how AOC would look stupid when she talks? Like she just trips over her own words. Then you got Ilhan Omar calling World War II World War XI. Like, come on, folks. And who you going to choose as your vice president, AOC? Everybody's smarter than you. You can have a vice president that actually knows more than you do? Man, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
Racist country.
Yes,
where
yes, I
people
do.
Are
yes,
a lot of
100%.
misogynists and racists in this country.
100%.
AOC is going to run or ride her bike all the way to the top with whoever she wants.
One of your colleagues tells me DSA is a communist organization. What do you make of that? How those words are used interchangeably on the right?
Just don't care. I think these folks call everyone they don't like a communist. I think that America is a free country. You know, they're out here palling around with whoever they want to pal around with. So what? Like, people can do what they want. I'm not here.
That's going to come back to bite her in the ass. What she just said. People can do what people cannot do what they want. It's a law-abiding state. We are under constitutional law. You just can't do what you want. There is things you have to work within laws. So that's gonna come back to bite her.
Here to be the belief police around here.
She doesn't want to be the belief police. They throw a fit if you stand next to a guy who believes the election was stolen or thinks the virus came from a lab or questions global warming. We got censored for our beliefs. We got canceled. But her side gets to pal around with people who want to destroy the country. And she says, it's a free country. Well, not for much longer if your pals get power. But women are winless in presidential elections, and they're going to run another one? Even women are like, I don't know.
I would bet, and I'm a bit risk
She likes
taker.
to gamble.
I go to Atlantic City, but this is different. I don't think that we can risk a bet, but I will bet you right now that this country would vote for a gay man over a woman.
Well, how about a gay man?
The socialist wave. I mean, you're sitting in New York City.
Well, here's the thing, folks. When you look at what choices they have as a party, you have a chauvinistic, crooked, cheating on his wife dude. So that's Newsom. You have a chauvinistic, egotistical, fraudulent cheater in Gavin Newsom, who is the height and the looks for most women in America to vote for him. You got that. Then you got AOC, who is low IQ. Before she was a congresswoman, was a bartender. And she says she's not the belief police. So basically, rules for thee and not rules for me. So they'll fuss about Republicans standing next to, what they believe. They'll get on to them or what they believe, just like old boy said. Believing that, COVID came from a lab. Believing that because it's already proven 200 embedded people during January 6th, embedded FBI agents. Believing that, what's another conspiracy theory that showed up to be true lately? You are muted, Max. But I can't remember at the top of my head. But anyway. Oh, the voting fraudulent stuff's going on in voting. They found 250 some thousand votes, and that's just from the states that actually cooperated with us. If all the states cooperated with us, that number would probably be very, very high. Somewhere probably, I would say at least 500 some thousand, at least that. But that's only what, from 4 states, 200 some thousand, probably in the millions. So we believe that, and you're not cool with that. But somebody say that, okay, DSA, they communists, whatever, they want to destroy America. Oh, I'm not a belief police. People can do what they want. Okay, whatever. You got that. Then you got Kamala Harris, and you already saw what happened with her. Then you got Pete Buttigieg. They have no credible candidates. And if they win the presidency, I don't care if I got to fly every other week. I'm moving.
We've got a socialist mayor in New York City.
Give me 2 minutes. I'm about to cook. Give me 2 minutes.
Gone too far, do you believe?
Look, there's always going to be some people in my party who go too far, but there's so much that we do, in fact, agree on.
What team's Pete playing for?
I don't know why Jesse thought Pete was going to daggum cross anybody. Most gay men are like women, and they not confrontational. Now, you do have some out there that's crunk, but he's in politics.
Yo, you see what he did there?
What?
You see what?
He's trying to keep them votes.
No, you ain't see what you ain't hear what Jesse Water said. He said, "What team is he playing for?"
Yeah, what team is he playing for? Yeah, it's a play on words. We know what team he's playing for. It's a play on words. Yes, we did. That was very smart.
Agree with communists more than you agree with Republicans? Don't admit that, Mayor. Here's what's going on. All these guys are trying to strike a deal with the communists and hope the machine kicks it into high gear.
Now, see, this is what I don't understand. Because it didn't work for him when Kamala ran, so I don't know why they feel it's going to work for him now. And it's not working for you when it comes to the policy making of this country, because you're going farther and farther to the left. It's like they're kowtowing to the most extreme ideals and policies in their party. So it's like they're pandering to the lowest population of thought in their party. So, okay, we got moderate Democrats. We got Democrats that's hard on immigration. You got Democrats that love their guns, but they want abortion. Those are pretty much moderate Democrats. Or they want abortion to a certain extent. They don't want abortion all the way up to the 9th month, but they cool with like the first weeks or so, right? So you got those type of Democrats, right? I'm not done. You got those type of Democrats, right? Hold on, bro. Let me get this out. You got those type of Democrats, right? So basically, Pete Buttigieg and people like him, they're pandering to the part of their party that is the most extreme. But the ones that aren't, those moderate Democrats, those independents, they're going to go farther right now. And I think it's a bad plan because it didn't work for you with Kamala. So now y'all going to run the fade again? Makes no fucking sense. Go ahead, dude.
So Pete Buttigieg, he is not a moderate, nothing close to it. Pete Buttigieg is a progressive. It's like what Pete Buttigieg, they're talking about he's going to run for president, right? Let me give you Pete Buttigieg's track record. You ready?
Go ahead, man.
Everybody ready for this? So under Pete Buttigieg, under his leadership as Secretary of Department of Transportation, we had mass illegal truck drivers coming into the country. We had the highest record of during his tenure as Department of Transportation. He had the most boycotts, the most strikes under any Department of Transportation in the history, of modern history. He's up there as one of the worst Department of Transportation secretaries to ever rule that office. There was more accidents, major accidents under his reign as Department of Transportation. Example, the major train accident that happened in Ohio. There was a trucker strike in Colorado. There was a trucker strike on the border of Canada. There was a nationwide boycott for truck drivers under his. The more I talk about this nigga, the worse it fucking gets. There was a strike on the ports, not one time, but twice with the ports under his rule as Department of Transportation. The roads became unsafer. Oh, my bad. Get my shit together. The roads became unsafe. He did a terrible fucking job as the Secretary of Transportation. He was one of the worst motherfuckers to ever exist. Truck drivers did nothing but complain throughout the whole Biden administration. Throughout his rule, that fucking dictator had the price of fuel as high as I don't know what. See, here's one thing, right, guys? Here's one thing. There's one thing when 20% of the global oil is being disrupted. There's another thing of your policies being so ass that the price of diesel from the time that Joe Biden struck that pen to do what he did with his executive orders until the time Donald Trump got in the office, his shit, the gas prices was consistently high. I ain't gonna say the gas prices aren't high now. Hell, fuck yeah, gas prices higher than a motherfucker. But the one thing I can say about it is it literally has been only a couple of months. Imagine going through that shit for 4 fucking years and your business depend on fuel. Do you know how many there was at a point to where there was about 3,000 trucking companies closing per week under Department of Transportation's reign. So him thinking he's going to run for any presidential shit, it is funny at best. And it's cruel at best. Like Pete Buttigieg, he didn't do shit correctly at all. All those airplanes that was going down under his rule, all that shit he had, DEI, all that money he wasted under his rule. Example, they spent about $50 million to get in women into truck driving. Do you know how many jobs they created with that $50 million? Sean, anybody? Anybody know?
No, I have no idea.
1,000 jobs.
With 50 million?
50 million only produced 1,000 jobs.
So I mean, I wonder what happened with the 50 million.
Majority of those women are no longer in truck driving now. You only have 400 of those women are in truck driving now. 50 million.
So they basically wasted the money.
Yep.
That's crazy.
They said fuck truck drivers. That's what the Joe Biden administration said. Fuck truck drivers. All right. There was no, and to anybody who was driving trucks, and like only people that is like voting Democrat who are driving trucks are the Durka motherfuckers, and their ass is getting kicked out soon. Hopefully.
What's a Durka, bro?
Durka.
I don't know, man.
You never seen Team America?
Yeah, it's been a minute, dude. So you talking about Arabs?
Arabs and Indians.
Okay.
Yeah, they're getting kicked out soon. They're getting kicked out soon, brother, and I can't wait because I'm tired of going to truck stops to where they're fucking. I'm tired of going to truck stops to where they don't know the etiquette of the United States. Instead of not flushing their tissues down the fucking toilet, they put it in the trash can.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Shit's
That's
fucking
crazy.
nasty, bro.
It is
When
nasty.
you know, it's nasty as fuck when you know we got septic tanks, nigga. Or you refuse to learn that we got septic tanks. Nasty motherfuckers. At least put this shit in a trash bag so the whole fucking truck, the whole truck stop don't smell like old boo-boo wipes and shit. Fuck. I forgot to grab something too. Fuck. So yeah. So then Gavin Newsom, he's thinking about running California, and I don't need to say nothing further. Well, okay, I go deep into California. California, outside of Hawaii, is one of the most expensive states in the union. Hawaii and Hawaii and New York, the most expensive states in the union. Gavin Newsom, or I like to call him Gavin Newscum.
Newscum.
Him running for president is laughable. It's laughable. It's hilarious. Then you got his wife up here. You got his wife up here saying all of this feminist bullshit. And I wonder if anybody, I wish one of those reporters will grow some tea and grab their balls and grow his fucking spine and ask her, well, you saying all of this feminist shit. I got a question. Why is majority of your security all men? No one didn't ask her that question though. Why is all your security all men? Why do people who work at your home are all men? Why do people that you depend on for everything you need in this world is all men? Where are the women at? See, there's one thing you talk about this there's one thing you talking about this feminist shit whenever I need a fucking nurse. I shut the fuck up because I'm like, shit, I need a goddamn nurse, right? Right?
Damn right. And I need a damn female proctologist because I don't want no man sticking his finger up my ass to check my prostate. Paul.
And so yeah, nigga, that was more than a pause, nigga. That's a moment of what the fuck.
I mean, hey, I'm just a forward thinking person. I knew when I got older, I have still not had that test yet because for some reason they changed some things up and now you can do a blood test for it. But I think that's because I was under 50. So now that I'm 50 now, I may actually have to do that. But like I said, I'm forward thinking. That's why I have a female doctor.
Nah, I want that old school shit, nigga. Put your fingers in that ass, nigga. No, I'm just joking. I'm fucking joking.
I am freaking
so yeah.
Afraid.
So everything you fucking need comes from a fucking man. So if you bitches really want fucking equality, and I ain't talking about the good ladies, the ones who know how to shut the fuck up. But if you hoes really want equality and shit,
take up 50% of the job.
How about this? We had World War I, World War II, the Civil War. You bitches get the Iran War. How about that?
In other words, get in the damn army and let's go get drafted, right?
Yeah, go to the army and shit. How about this? I'll go home and be the homemaker, and you come out here in this 18-wheeler and go full medallion. Oh, okay. You gonna shut the fuck up on that one? Okay. I understand. Hey, it's hard. Sometimes this shit hard. I got you, mama. I got you.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
They ain't know.
Get the money for the rent.
They ain't know.
letting mad money spend.
They ain't know. Got a whole lot of bitches jumping shit.
Hey man,
I've
that
been
song
the
did
same.
go hard, man. When it first came out, dude, I was like, "Dang, these niggas made y'all don't realize how them jokers won a Grammy, dude. Wasn't it a Grammy? Or
Yeah, they won a
Academy Award?
Grammy. Yeah, they won a Grammy.
They won a Grammy. First
Whoop
rap song
that
to
shit.
ever win a
Whoop that
Grammy.
shit. Whoop that shit. Whoop that shit.
Get
I'll
'em.
tell you one thing I ain't playing no. If you violate off the top, bitch you. Oh shit, I almost choked in my spit.
Boy, you stupid.
So yeah.
The
Yeah.
Democrats are fucked, dude. They're fucked.
Well, what you're looking at is, remember I told you a long time ago when we first started doing this shit, and I went on the rant. I told you that if the Republicans play their motherfucking cards right, you're literally looking at
least
16 to 20 years straight Republican as president.
Mm-hmm. While you was in the bathroom, I mentioned that. I said it's only been one time in history where it was 16, 17, 18. It was 20 years of Democratic presidential rule. And it was one president. It was one president that was in power for 16 years. And the reason why he was in power for 16 years was one, there was a war going on at the same time, and the Great Depression. And that was Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm.
He served for 4 terms, and then his vice president served the term after that. Now, history repeats itself in several different ways. Remember, guys, the so-called party switch, where you had all these, when we first started as a country, we were the Republican Democratic Party, or the Democratic Republican Party. I can't remember exactly how they put it. There was only one party. So the Republicans split off because they wanted to be abolitionists, or they were abolitionists, so they split off. The main reason why they split off from the Democratic Party was the fact that they did not like the fact that there was slaves. It's one of the main root foundational beliefs of the Republican Party. The other one is small government. The other one is free enterprise. Can't remember what the other one is. Less taxes. So now you got the history repeating itself in 2 ways. The first way is repeating itself is, remember when they said there was a people left and there was a party switch? Well, guess what's going on? There's people leaving the Democratic Party.
And really quickly, Sean, I gotta give it to you. You were correct about what you had stated the other day when you was like, you don't know, man. In regards to the Senate Democrats blocked the advancement of the annual defense policy bill over objections to the U.S. Military integration provisions in the conflict involving Iran. The procedural vote fell 50 to 46. I'm so thankful that the motherfuckers got in there. Stalling the
Hold on, say that again. It fell 50 to 46. What now?
Yo, hey, Sean, can you turn his mic up?
No, I can't control his mic, dude.
Yeah, you can control his mic. You can't. You should be able to turn his mic up.
Let me see. Edit mic set. Okay, let me see.
Yeah, now it's the mic.
Oh, you know what? It's the mic volume. Here you go.
Yeah, so the vote came out 50 to 46 against opening debate on the NDAA. Some core objections was opposition to deeper U.S.-Israel military technology integration, such as Section 219 supply chain and tech merging, and the handling of the Iran conflict. So it says House passes. The House subsequently passed on its own 1.15 trillion version of the NDAA by 216 through 212 vote. Next steps. The chamber still faces standoff and must negotiate a compromise text to reconcile the House and Senate positions. So that's what they're saying is what happened as of recently. But yes, Senate Democrats blocked the advancement of the annual defense policy bill over objections to U.S.-Israel military integrations provisions and the conflict involving Iran. So that's just some hot news to go ahead and state on that. But yeah, you was right. They blocked that kind of quick. So hopefully Hopefully they'll block it as a whole because if man, come on.
Are you talking about what you was messaging me about America and
Yep.
hold
Yep.
on.
Yes.
America and
Yes, sir.
Israel
Yes, sir.
supposedly becoming one.
That's on Dragons End.
It might
No,
be me.
what it is that basically like I read some of it, I didn't read all of it, but it will basically it will Israel and Israel military and the United States military basically would completely integrate their systems together and shit, which I don't agree with because one, why are we doing this with a foreign country? Then two, it will offer citizenship to any Israeli army soldier who wants to apply for citizenship in America.
Yeah,
Which
that's crazy. I don't agree with that either, but yeah, that's my right.
we
That's my
can
right.
move on from there, and I'll finish up with this. And I'm gonna have to say this because this is very real and something that some people need to look at. Our own troops won't do nothing against us, but foreign ones will, and I'll leave it at that.
Say that again, bro. You said our own troops. What now?
Our own troops won't do something against us, but others will. Would you want to come home and pop your brother, sister, mother, or anybody else like that that you've known, grown up with, and everything else like that? And we have a multitude of individuals. Because knowing me, I wouldn't want to. But somebody else from over there that doesn't like us anyway, think about it.
Yeah, integrating our systems together. That's not gonna be a good
yeah,
thing.
that was a Republican-backed bill, correct?
I do not remember. All I know is
Yeah,
that
it's a Republican-backed bill, which I'm like,
see,
are
this
you
is why
fucking?
I'm independent. I don't deal with either side because they're both stupid as fuck to me.
This is and it's like it's like I said before about the Republicans. This is the reason why I don't like the Republic. Like this, if the Democrats wasn't so fucking crazy that they are, I could never consider myself to be a Republican. It's because they do the most stupid. It's like I literally made an. I said before a year, like 2 years ago, the problem with the Democrats is they try to dunk the ball from the 3-point line, and the problem with Republicans is they miss wide open layups, wide open motherfucking layups, and it's the most stupidest shit that the Republicans do every fucking time. They do. It's like they do something stupid to where you gotta defend. Like it's kind of hard to defend the undefensible because let's just be real. I'm like, okay, I understand Israel's a fucking ally and shit. I understand that, but why are we integrating our military systems with them? Why are we doing this shit? Like it doesn't make sense. Why are we doing this?
I don't know, man.
They wanna come over here, bro.
It does, well, half of Israel, half of the people in Israel are American citizens.
No.
Uh,
Look at the bigger picture, bro. They don't like us. So to get rid of, I'll talk to you about it in the what's called, so we won't have any infractions via YouTube.
no, you can speak on it. Like many
Oh, because
people have talked
we
about
get
it.
infractions about it on YouTube. Other people already have. I'm not about to do that.
Well, you saying the Israel the Israeli folks don't like black people?
I will talk to you about it outside of this. I'm not gonna talk about that on here. All right, I'll say this: when you put this on YouTube and we get stuff back in regards to, because we've already been talking too much about it, you'll see why I said that. Because it's happened to other creators as well too, and I'm just trying to save us grace. But if you want to, hey.
Right now, it seems that there are two groups of people that one I believe is the biggest threat to any country in this world because God said so in his word. The other is considered a threat because of what society has portrayed them to be, as well as bad actors in their group who have got mixed up in it have done some things. Like, you have people that say, oh, I don't like this type of people because they always in control of money and this and that. You got bad actors in any racial group, but when it comes to a group being public enemy number one to the whole world, God already put the label on them from the giddy up. It's in Genesis. It says there will be a wild. I wish I could look it up and read it to y'all. But basically, it was saying that this particular race of people will not only be against themselves, that be against the whole world. And it's because the person that is the progenitor of that race cheated on his wife. His wife gave him permission to do it, which don't make it no better. It's just like with Adam and Eve in the fall. Eve was being the daggum lead, the head of the daggum family, and told Adam, here, you can eat it. It tastes good. It's good for food. And I have not died. So his, beta ass took a bite. So then you fast forward several hundred years later, and here's Sarah saying, go ahead. Here's my forbidden fruit. Here's my handmaiden, my maid servant. Have a baby with her. And so what does Abraham do? His beta ass go and lay with the chick and have a whole race of people that is against everybody in the world that does not assimilate, and they can sit there and argue with you all you want about what's in the Quran and what's this and that. I saw a video the other day said the Quran was mostly false than anything else because them jokers wouldn't even remember what they had to remember to write that shit down. And Muhammad wasn't even around because he was the one that got the revelation. He wasn't even around to even co-sign on the stuff. They just making up shit and put it in their damn book. It's ridiculous.
Have you heard about the correlation between Islam and Scientology?
No, but I bet you it's close. I would not.
Dog,
I wouldn't doubt it.
It's fucking like I was listening to a short about it, and I didn't get the chance to watch the whole. They had like a 2-hour video on it. I didn't get the chance to look at it, but it was some wild shit. I was like, wow.
It's got to be a correlation. I bet you it is a correlation, dude. It's got to be.
So Angry Man has a theory about the whole Garden of Eden, the whole Adam and Eve situation, because you remember the story of Lilith?
Yeah, I heard about it. And there's a lot of feminists that like to use Lilith as Lilith being the first woman, and then because
first feminist.
Yes, first feminist. And to me, I think Lilith is actually a demon. Really, in the Bible, the King James Version, Lilith, they try to justify that Lilith existed by the way the verses are written about, because in the first part of Genesis, it says it kind of does a quick summary of what God did when he created man and woman. And then it comes back and it rehashes it more detail. And so they're thinking the first one is Lilith, the second one is Eve. No, that's Eve. It's just that people have interpreted a certain way. I think Lilith is a damn demon, basically.
Well, Angry Man's theory was the fruit, the fruit of supposed to be quote unquote knowledge was it wasn't an actual fruit. It was actually Lilith.
Oh, it was Lilith.
Yeah, and so Eve taking a bite of the fruit was Eve having was Eve having sex with
Lilith.
Lilith. Then Adam came over and joined them for a threesome.
I mean, you know, I'm not gonna say that's not something that could be, you know.
No, it's just a theory. It's just
a theory. I got the theory. I don't believe it, but I believe that the fruit wasn't the fruit that people think it was. I believe that. Here's the thing: you can't say that the fruit was Eve's coochie because Eve belonged to Adam. However, during that time before they had the fall, God mentioned nothing of them having children at all. Because if he made Eve the way he from Adam the way, and he made Adam the way he made Adam, what's to say that God wouldn't be like, you know, if I want more people, I'll just make them myself instead of putting it into them that they can have, that I can orchestrate a way for them to have children without me actually sitting there, you know, putting him to sleep, taking her out his rib, yada yada yada. You feel what I'm saying? So you can probably say that some people will say the forbidden fruit was Eve's coochie because they weren't supposed to multiply.
No. The forbidden fruit was Lilith.
That's by the theory that you're saying. I'm saying that the forbidden fruit could have been Eve's coochie.
Well,
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying that some people believe, I'm not even saying myself, I'm saying some people believe that the forbidden fruit was actually having sex. Because remember, they were both naked. They didn't know they were naked until
the forbidden fruit was basically having sexual relationships with another woman. Then Adam and Eve and Lilith having a threesome with Lilith was Adam touching the forbidden fruit, basically, right?
Based on that theory, yeah.
Yeah, based on that theory. And so it was the serpent was basically Lilith.
Yeah,
And the serpent was Lilith, and the sexual act
was
between the sexual act between woman and woman and woman and men was the forbidden fruit and all that. And the reason why I'm like I've been thinking about that theory is because I'm like, because I know
the serpent did walk on 2 feet before it was cursed by God.
Right. I would think that would be like one of the lizard folk, actually, but I have a different perception about that.
And the reason why I'm thinking that is that because what is the Hebrew word for fruit? What's the word for Hebrew word for fruit in the what's the translation for fruit in Hebrew? And what's the translation for vagina, womb in Hebrew and all that? I'm just thinking
it says in Hebrew the word for fruit is pire, a masculine noun from the root para, meaning to bear fruit or be fruitful. How do you be fruitful? You have sex.
Damn, fucking good, boy. I was just thinking about that.
The serpent tempts Eve with the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Uperkim. Let me see.
So
or the fruit of the ground.
The womb could be just it could be a. Now, what's the Hebrew translation for womb or vagina?
Oh no. Virginia.
Virginia? That'd be funny.
Rachim, a masculine noun from the root racham, meaning to have compassion. That's the womb. Rachim is the root. Racham is the noun form using the scripture.
Now, what was it for fruit?
Parem, I think.
Parem.
Pere. With the root para. The root is para, meaning to bear fruit or be fruitful. And
womb was again?
Rachem. Rechem from the root racham. So racham for womb and vagina, and para is the masculine noun root for fruit. Puree.
Now, this would be something that I wish I had a nigga who spoke Hebrew on this bitch, you know?
Yeah, it'd be cool. I'll be right back.
Because I'm like, oh shit, damn, nigga. I'm just saying that, like, when Angry Man said that shit, because I'm like, that make fucking sense. A little, it made a little bit of sense to me, you know. And so I'm just here, you know, it's just little theories and shit that I like hearing other people's theories on certain shit, and some of the shit just like, it's just different.
I will say, I think it is sex. I think the forbidden fruit was sex.
Yeah. It's just, for me, it is the form of sex, right? Like the form of sex. That's what I think it was. I just think it's the thing.
Here's the thing. The reason why I say it's sex, period, is because, remember, before they fell, God didn't mention to them about multiplying and being fruitful. Okay? He did not. Not that I know of. And the way that humans multiply and be fruitful is how? You have sex. So, after the fall, you know, I'm going to verify that. After the fall, then he had to tell him that.
Google, when was, you were saying something? My bad, bro.
No, I'm trying to factor this together because this is very interesting. But yeah, I'm just trying to factor this together.
Hold on, Sean.
No, my bad. I'm mistaken.
Okay. Google the first. When was the first time in the Bible that sex was mentioned?
Okay. All right, so I was wrong.
Yeah.
In Genesis 1:28, he did tell them to be fruitful and multiply. Okay.
Be fruitful and multiply.
So you might be that theory of it's a possibility. See, here's the thing. Dragon mentioned that there could be the reptilian people, right?
Yeah.
But who's to say that the serpent was a reptilian before God cursed him? It just said the serpent was looked good, was very attractive and whatnot, right? I think it's about, look it up. I'm looking it up. It said God created creatures humanity in the image of man and female, and commands them to be fruitful and multiply. This was in Genesis 1:27, 1:28. These passages set the theological foundation of human sexuality, framing it as a divine gift for procreation, unity, and companionship. It says in Genesis 2:24, the concept of sexual union is further developed for the reason a man will leave his father and mother and be united to his wife, and they will become one flesh. So they were already told to be fruitful and multiply. So let me look at something real quick. Let me look at
yeah, they were fucking up. Excuse me. They were doing that way before then. So I'm like, that's why I was trying to factor in the other stuff behind it. But
no, that's why I said I was wrong.
That's what I was saying. So that's what I was saying it was the type of sex. The forbidden fruit was literally woman on woman sexual relationships. Then you had Adam took a bite of the forbidden fruit was basically a threesome with Eve and Lilith.
I think that was going on already in certain other areas of the lab that was taking place. I don't think that was
Well, because remember, it was only two. It was supposed to be only two humans, which was Adam and Eve.
That means you mean
But
bestiality, then.
But see, then
The serpent
you're
was a beast.
talking because the fruit. It was the fruit of knowledge, right?
Good news.
Well, the forbidden fruit of the tree of knowledge, and shit.
They did the worst of the worst. It wasn't just a threesome. It was also bestiality, dog. The serpent wasn't a human.
Well, the serpent is, humanoid because I mean, if you take into
Wasn't purely human though.
If you partake upon this, you will not surely die. And then if she ate it, I'm just going off a reference. If she ate that and then directly handed it to Adam afterwards and said, "You will not die," and then once he ate it, both their eyes were open, and then they realized that's enlightenment and consciousness popping in. Just from my perception, because
it is. They became enlightened. They became enlightened.
The only way that you're going to realize stuff is when enlightenment hits, and I don't think having that doesn't correlate because because if you look at it, people do that kind of stuff and they still do stupid shit. They don't have enlightenment. They're not open to things.
But that's people after the fall, though, dude. That's people that
Please allow me to just calculate this in so that way it can make sense. Like I get where you're coming from, but what fall are you speaking of specifically so that way I can correlate to what you're talking about? Fall. Which one?
The first fall, dude. The only fall that matters.
I don't know which one you're speaking of, brother. That's why I'm asking for
clarification. When Adam partook of the fruit, because he's the lead and the head of Eve, it wasn't a sin until he did it. If he wouldn't have did anything, and he would have told her, "Look, that's not right. We shouldn't do that," it wouldn't have been no fall. It would have been Eve that fucked up, and that's it. So he was in charge of her. He was the first to be on earth. He was in charge of naming all the animals. He was in charge of God's garden.
Can you direct me in the Bible to where it does indicate where that is where he had fallen and that he conducted that?
You just said it.
I just asked you for the Bible verse.
No, I'm telling you that you just said it, though. You just said it not verbatim, but you paraphrased it. You didn't realize that? I'll direct you to it, but I'm saying you said
what happened if.
But you had already said what I just said, because remember you said that when Eve partook, it was no doubt. She was cool. But when Adam partook, then their eyes were open. That's because it wasn't a sin until Adam did it. Because he was the head.
I'm just trying to figure out where in the Bible it says that he committed that as a sin. I'm like, I don't remember reading that. So if you could direct me to it, then I can see that way I can factor that in. Like, oh, okay, this is that part because that's what's missing for me.
All right, I'll direct you to it.
Thank
you. But of course, it is a sin because after he did it, that's the reason why Jesus had to come to earth in the first place to become the second Adam.
So after that, they took a bite of the forbidden fruit, they got knowledge, right, and wisdom and shit. Correct? Well, they got knowledge and shit.
Yeah.
This is just a weird thought.
The lab in order to roam the lands because then they had the actual knowledge of what was going on when you look at it from the Enochian side of it as well too.
So if they got the knowledge, what happens? I think it would have been Eve and Adam experienced the first orgasm.
Could have been that. But he already told me you can multiply and he already gave him the permission to fuck, bro.
Right, so that kind of nullifies that out, bro.
Remember 120 Genesis 127 and 28. He said, "Be fruitful and multiply." We've already determined fruit womb is connected to fruit. Now, when it comes to Genesis 3:3-6, God had commanded Adam not to eat from the tree. Okay, he commanded him not to eat. He didn't command Eve not to eat. This is why this is the sin when he did it. Because think about it. God had commanded Adam not to eat from the tree in the middle of the garden, saying, "You must not eat fruit from the tree in the middle of the garden. Do not even touch it. If you do, you will die." The serpent then deceived Eve, and she took some of the fruit, ate it, and gave some to Adam, who also ate. It didn't say, "Eve, you can't eat." Now, when Eve came about, Adam told Eve, "We ain't supposed to eat of that fruit." But God told Adam that. He didn't tell Eve that. Now, some people say because Eve was taken from Adam, it don't matter if he told Adam, because Eve was with Adam when God told Adam not to partake, because she was the real. But I don't know if she had any consciousness. So I don't know why people would say that. You're real, but you ain't got no damn consciousness.
Well,
but he did give that command to Adam first.
The reason why I'm saying that is that maybe.
Let me say this real quick to go with that, but it still doesn't state to where that is he actually committed an actual sin, because technically, and I just have to give that, technically Adam was lied to. If you look at it, he was lied to about some stuff, and then afterwards, that's when things went a different direction. That's my whole point of what I'm trying to point out from there. It's not a sin.
Okay, you say it's not a sin, but let me ask you this.
Yes.
If God commands you to do something and you don't do it, what is that considered?
That's not me paying attention to what my parents. I mean, that's me disobeying. It's still not a sin. The actual first sin that was committed was when Cain killed Abel.
Okay, once again, we have 10 commandments, right?
Yes.
A commandment is a command, right? Any breaking of any of those commandments is a sin, right? Because people think that the 10 commandments are the only commandments that can be broken, you commit a sin, but there's all types of commandments in the Bible that God gives.
But see, how was it a sin when the 10 Commandments didn't come out yet?
No, I wasn't. What I was doing by mentioning commandments, Max, was the fact that the commandments were a command from God, right? So any command that you break that he gives is a sin.
Hey, Dragon, are you
that's what they're called. They're called commandments.
Hey, Dragon, are you on your phone speaking of
No, that's
do you have
me.
the volume coming out the speaker?
I'm a little ways from my
that was me,
my
bro. That
microphone.
was me.
Well, you have an echo, Sean. That shit bad, bro.
But see, my only thing is because it would state it. It's not stating that. That's my whole thing. Not in any single last one that I've looked at does it state to where that is the actual first sin that was committed. What it does state is to where Cain had committed the first actual sin. That's what I was reading at. So when I was looking at, okay, here's this, here's that. Okay, yeah, he said, do not eat of that because you will surely die, even though he didn't die. You know, he got lied to in regards to. Then afterwards, from when he ate it, he got casted out. Then he was still washed over, looked over, everything else taken care of, whole nine. From afterwards, from there, that was my point of what I was looking at in regards to it. I was like, it couldn't have been a sin, because then he truly would have had something done to him. Otherwise, like how other things had happened.
What happened?
I totally get where you're coming from, Dragon.
What?
And I'm not saying that you're wrong. But what I'm saying is this: when they say you will truly die, and I've had my preacher talk to me about this before. Die does not just mean a physical death. There was a spiritual death because they ate of the fruit. So he did actually die because that limited men's power, It limited their spirituality from doing that. It disconnected them from God when they committed that sin. And yes, it was a sin, because if it was not a sin in the first place, then there would have been no reason to send Jesus to earth. If it wasn't a sin, would have been no reason for him to come to earth, period. Because God, when he commands you to do something and you don't do it, it is a sin. Yes, Cain killing Abel, that was a sin, but that wasn't the first sin. The sin was them disobeying God in the garden, because here's the thing. He was protecting us as a people from knowledge, because there's a lot of stuff out there that people not right now know. You can see every day on social media. They know too much, them bitches going crazy. You got folks now thinking they another gender than what they was born, because of knowledge of good and evil.
Well,
so with that
Sean,
being said, let me get this out. So with that being said, they also had to get Adam and Eve out the garden, because the tree of life was in the garden too. But they weren't forbidden from eating from that tree. They was forbidden from eating from the tree of good and evil. So that's why they was kicked out the garden. So if it wasn't a sin, why were they kicked out the garden then, Dragon?
Because they this is just my take. Like I said, I don't, everybody has their own, because they finally figured out exactly what was going on within that laboratory, and they had to get him out before some other stuff happened. That's why. Just from the other stories, like I said, from the other books that aren't mainstream, like when you look at the Book of Jubilees and other stuff that they specifically took out, so that way it's not there. But when you look at those, it's all within the same order. That's all I'm saying. I'm just coming from a different perspective.
I got you, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you why it wasn't sin. Direct disobedience to God's clear command, Genesis 2:16-17. Choice to trust the serpent rather than God, leading to a desire for autonomy and knowledge beyond God's given wisdom, Genesis 3:4-5. A breaking of the original state of innocence in Eden, introducing sin and separation from God, which I'd already had mentioned. They separated themselves from God when they partook of that. It took away their spiritual purity. So the consequences, because here's the thing, if it wasn't a sin, why were there consequences? The serpent cursed to crawl and eat dust. Eve increased pain in childbirth and changing her relationship with her husband. Adam, the ground curse, working toil introduced into life. Because before this, Adam didn't have to toil no fields. He didn't have to work with his hands. All that stuff was provided for him. All he had to do was walk around and enjoy what God gave him and name them freaking animals. That's it. Eve, it says increased pain in childbirth. It means they was already having sex, like we've already discussed before. Because he told them to go have to multiply, right? So you commit a sin, now you got pain. Before that, babies could pop up out you without you having to worry about pain. And it also says in the word, because of the sin, that Adam would have a dominion.
Hey, hold on one second. So I'm muting my mic up, and it sounds terrible on the feedback. I was saying somebody has to do something about the echo. It sounds terrible on the feedback.
The echo just got taken care of. Like you said, it's Dragon's mic, dude. He just forgot to move up. It's all good.
Are you on speakerphone, Dragon?
No.
How can I be on speakerphone and I'm on a computer, bro?
Okay, feedback from your computer speakers.
I don't think that's it, man. I think it's something else.
Yeah, because when I talk, John don't be hearing no echo on my end or anything else like that. So
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's no feedback. Sean, say something.
Hello.
Yeah, there it goes right there. It's feedback off of you, Sean. It's whenever. Hold on. Dragon, mute your mic real quick. Sean, say something.
Hello.
Man, that's some weird shit.
It's weird. That's why sometimes electronics get on my nerves.
Because it's like
we got some comments.
It's because of on Dragon's side, when you on the mic and I'm talking, there's no feedback. But when it comes to Sean and you got your mic unmuted, there's feedback. It doesn't make sense.
We got a
It
comment.
doesn't make sense. Yeah,
That's
what's
all I'm
up?
gonna say is we got a comment. This guy named Hal, it could be a girl, I don't know. Hal 9000 AI says, why did the gingerbread display disobey runoff and trust the fox equals F60 15 times 24? 6 plus 1 plus 5 plus 2 plus 6 equals 666. Okay, brother. I gotta have what you smoking.
That's funny, brother. That's
I gotta
funny.
have what you smoking. But anyway, back to the
I
video.
get it.
We've digressed. We've digressed far too long.
But it's like whenever somebody says, say to me, and because I'm like humans are like, and for me, in my opinion, humans they are evil at their nature, right? At their nature,
we are
break everything down, and people who disagree with me, and I'm just like, yo, the third person on Earth killed the fourth motherfucker. So what are you talking about? We ain't humans ain't inevitably evil, man.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why they say that, Max. I'm guessing, of course. I'm gonna tell you why they say that. Now, let me ask this first before I say that. The people that you're discussing with, are they consider themselves Christians, or are they just somebody they believe in something else?
They consider themselves Christians, but they're also progressive.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay,
far left Democrats.
This is why they say this. I'm gonna tell you why they say this. They say this because they're not putting into consideration what the fall did to the purity of man. Because before the fall, God said when He made man, it is good. So He said this already in the Bible that man is good. But then they take out of the consideration that after the fall, you have to take away all that purity that was in man. It's taken away. Now, because we know the knowledge of good and evil, which means we have the knowledge to do evil, which makes a person bad. So for them to say that man is not bad, they stupid as hell and ain't read their Bible. That's why they probably said it, Max, because they don't take into consideration that after the fall.
So
Go ahead.
Men are just innately evil.
After the fall.
Okay.
Now, that's not to say that there aren't good people out there. But if you look through the history of man, like even during Noah's time, they said there was so much stuff going on during Noah's time, it would make now look stupid. Which is why God said He sent the flood.
Nah, I believe.
We might be worse off now.
I believe now is some weird shit because good is now bad, bad is now good.
It says that in the word too.
I believe whenever they talking about the end of days and all that in the Bible and everything, I believe we're pretty much we're here. We're just we're just waiting for the bombs to start dropping and shit.
No, there's a couple other things got to happen before that, but yeah, I feel you though.
What's up? What has to happen first?
Well, the witnesses have to appear at the wall, the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. That's one thing.
And the witnesses are.
It's two witnesses that God is going to place at the wall that's supposed to be witnessing to the people over there to come to Christ.
And they're like, do they supposed to catch on fire or some shit?
I don't know, man. I just read it, and I don't have it in memory.
See, how we don't know that the two witnesses?
All right, let me. Okay. Let me go ahead and pull it up so I can read it.
I'm just saying, I'm just saying, the witnesses probably have already appeared and shit. Just no one and probably give a fuck.
And I mean, technically,
they just like
it is on fire already as it is. So.
All right, it says in Revelation 11:3-12, the two witnesses are described as special servants of God who were prophesied for 1,260 days. I forgot to mention that. 42 months during the tribulation period, clothed in sackcloth as a sign of mourning over the sins of the world. This has not happened yet. They are identified in Revelation 11:4 as the 2 olive trees and 2 lampstands that stand before the Lord of the earth. A reference to Zechariah 4:2-14, where the olive trees and lampstands symbolize God's anointed leaders at the light of his presence. The 2 witnesses are given miraculous authority to turn water into blood, to call down fire on their enemies, to shut up the heavens so no rain falls during their ministry, to strike the earth with every kind of plague. So I didn't mention all that because I couldn't remember it, but I'll let you know basically it ain't happened yet because I knew it was supposed to.
How we don't know? We had fucking
let me look that up
COVID.
then. Have there been
We had
1,260 days of no rain in Jerusalem? Let me look that up. Then. We'll go by what it says.
When was the last time it rained in Jerusalem?
And you
That's
said
42 months, bro. That's 42 months, bro. You know how long 42 months is?
When was the last time it rained in Jerusalem?
Okay, I'll just do that then. Zero days. So once again, it ain't been no 42 months, Max.
You said what? So it basically rained yesterday.
Bro. Yes.
And how much rain did they get? How much rain? Can you see how much rain did they get?
Oh my God, dude! Regardless, it ain't been 42 months, bro. I don't know what you getting at. What are you getting at? What are you getting?
Just hear me. I just want to know how much rain. Can you see how much an accumulation of rain did they receive?
This is really daily accumulation rain. Here we go. Israel Meteorological Service, daily accumulation of rain. It says the beginning of the season, it was 509 millimeters. Percent of normal to date was 97%. Percent of full season normal, 98%.
Okay. You said 5 millimeters. We call that rain. Okay.
Well, dude, the thing is this. It says no rain. No rain. That's still rain.
Right. And since this is in the book of Revelations, right?
Revelation. And he got one revelation.
Yeah. So what's the Greek you know what, we ain't gonna do all that.
Because it ain't been no 42 months, bro.
No, what I'm saying is, what's the Greek translation? Well, what's the Greek translation? What do the Greeks consider of rain? Like rain is like, is it rain like how we like even in the fucking desert over here, nigga? If you want to ever experience real fucking rain in the fucking desert over here, you will experience some real fucking rain over here. But over there, I'm just like 5 milliliters of rain. That's nothing.
It says Bochyi. This is the standard and versatile term for rain, suitable for both light drizzles and heavy downpours, and can be used in formal context. Primarily meaning dew. Drosos is dew. It can also refer to light rain or drizzle through less commonly.
Light rain and heavy downfall.
Light drizzle and dew as well. Dew as well. It is considering dew. Or
Okay,
just
so
rain.
there's no dew out there in the desert. So that's there's no dew in the desert, and 5 milliliters of rain is not even considered. I wouldn't even consider that light rain. I consider that like, honestly, I wouldn't even consider that to be rain. That shit won't even fucking. You won't even feel that shit with 5 milliliters. You'd be like, it looks like it's about to rain. Oh, okay, nope, it's about the sun is about to hit. So you don't know. The witness probably have already been there and shit. Just no one ain't paying attention because this world is fucked up now.
Yeah, it's messed up. But what I'm saying is, dude, this has not happened yet. 42
I
months
bet you.
with no rain. It has not happened yet. There's a
No,
lot of things that have to happen. The daggum Antichrist has not reared his head. I'm not saying he's not alive, but he hasn't reared his head and made himself known to the world.
So he's supposed to make himself known to the
Yes,
world before
yes.
before the witnesses come.
I don't know if it's before or after, but it's all before the bombs drop.
Shit, how do you know? Gavin Newsom could probably be the motherfucking Antichrist and shit. He probably
Well, he
could
hasn't
be.
made himself
Goddamn.
known to the world though.
Shit. Gavin
And
Newsom probably
it's
could.
supposed to be all
How do
kind
we
of
know the
plagues that hit
Antichrist
too.
supposed to be? How we don't know? AOC might be the motherfucking Antichrist. How we don't know
Also,
the Antichrist is a
Gog
fucking
and
a
Magog,
man?
Gog and Magog have to attack Israel too, and they have not done that.
Gog and Magog. What is that? What's Gog and Magog? What is that?
Russia and what's the other one? Russia is Gog. Magog is I want to say it's China. I can't remember. But Gog and Magog have not attacked Israel yet. Israel has
Are
not
you
had to
sure?
return. Dude,
Are you sure about that? Iran is allied with China and Russia.
Also, bro, it's several signs that have to happen, and they haven't happened, bro. One of the main signs is the return of the Hebrews to Israel, the lost tribes, Judah, Manasseh, Benjamin. All those are supposed to return back to Israel. That has not happened either. And here's the thing. I think you think I'm saying that we ain't in the last days. You damn right we in the last days. I'm just saying there's a lot of things that have to happen first.
I'm just saying, hey, all I'm gonna say is, how do we might be going through this shit right now, nigga. We just don't know it yet, nigga. Yeah, nigga, let my truck speak for you, nigga. All right, my bad, y'all. We just went. We completely digress.
We always seem
he could completely. This who fault was this shit? Oh man, this is my fault. Yeah, like usual, it's always my fault. It's my fault. You know what?
Well, the only reason why it's your fault is because I actually have a timer that I'm looking at. You don't. So I'm always aware of the time that we are in and
nigga,
what we
I have a
talk
timer
about.
too, nigga. I can see it. It says live 152.
That means you're really at fault then. That means you're more at fault than you was before because you can actually see how long your ass digress.
Hey, listen here, bruh. God said, "Don't judge me, or you won't be judged, nigga."
He also said you can judge a man by his fruits. And the fruit
He also
is your mouth yapping, nigga.
He also said, what these hands do, nigga. No, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you.
I don't even know if I want to hear. I don't even want to know if I want to watch the rest of this Pete shit. But let's go here.
Someone's already juicing the polls. Look at this. Emerson has Pete as the front runner. Pete ahead of AOC and Harris. The poll even has.
Y'all see this cheating going? Y'all see this bullshit? Buttigieg was down here below Harris. Now they got him at the top and Newsom second. Ossoff? Really? Don't nobody talk about Ossoff? being in no presidential primary, nothing. Boy, they be greasing the polls, man.
Newsom and John Ossoff ahead of the girls. Maybe the future isn't female. Maybe they're looking for something in between, like Mayor Pete or Newsom, who's about as feminine as a man as you can get. Gavin says sports now, turn them off.
Politics has infected every part of our life, hasn't it? Yes. I mean, we talked about Trump. We were talking about, obviously, the world. I mean, I used to love sports.
I'm sorry, folks, but ladies, if you meet a man and he crosses his legs like either one of these summer bitches, that ain't no fucking man. I ain't never sat like that in my fucking life. I'm sorry, the shit don't feel good. I got nuts. I got a damn third leg, man.
Because it wasn't political. It was one place to get good breathe breath. Now it's everything's political. We can't have a conversation in our lives. I mean, fishing is political. I wouldn't fill in the blank.
But why is it political, Gavin? Because y'all leftists make it that way. Y'all get butt hurt and then you go talking about shit. Hell, I've been attacked all on my Facebook page by butthurt ass liberal bitches. And those bitches ain't always been females. They've been some males.
Blank, whatever the issue is.
One day, Gavin's calling himself a capitalist and hanging with Charlie Kirk, and now he hates sports and crosses his legs. That won't play in Michigan. Now, the other guy, John Ossoff.
Didn't I just mention that, y'all? Didn't I just mention about crossing legs? Didn't I just mention that shit?
He spent more money on makeup than AOC. Actually,
what?
The most of any Democrat running for anything anywhere. He spent $3 grand on makeup. Here's an idea. How about Democrats run a man? And there's one guy with nothing to hide.
In some cases, literally, stripped naked in the public square.
There were photos.
That I had nowhere to, I had nowhere left to hide. I had no.
Hell, he crossing his damn legs too.
No more secrets that I could keep. They were all exposed. Every single one of them.
The last time a Biden ran and wasn't whacked, he won. Maybe Hunter is the man the Democrats need. And he's already being groomed by the big guy.
Has your father been following your recent interviews, postings?
Yeah, and he has one thing that he said to me. Stop using the F word so much.
All right, I've read that.
And I said, you got to be kidding me.
Hunter's the only one with the meatballs.
So he ain't even going to listen to his daddy.
To go head-to-head with the commies. Like him or hate him, Hunter is his own man. He's not a machine candidate, and he's not a communist. He's the second son of a Delaware dynasty. And he could win South Carolina. Blacks love a Biden. The party needs a new idea, and they need it fast because James Carville is so beat up, he's bed-stricken.
What really bothers me is there are people who claim to be Democrats that are running against the Democratic Party, not against Donald Trump. And stop lying to people. That's why I'm getting down. And I'm afraid there are people that will vote in this election who are not inclined to vote for Trump that will believe that stupid. And that is why I am depressed. Yes, I am.
Poor Cajun's depressed. These communists just don't have any respect for their elders.
Well, them. That's my perspective. James Carville, who cares what he thinks? He's a hack. He should retire.
Earring in the ear.
His opinion means nothing.
These relics are
All
in
right,
bed watching.
I'm back, niggas.
The
That
party
dude
of
had an
Clinton
earring
and
in his
Obama
ear.
be overrun by hardcore crazies. Bill Clinton passed the crime bill, 3 strikes laws. These communists, they want to ban police chases. They open up the prisons and then overthrow the courts.
And then take your guns so you can't defend yourself. Ain't that some shit? Man,
Well,
please. If y'all ain't gonna have no prisons and shit, I'm shooting. It's gonna be Wild Wild West. I'm shooting everybody. Fuck it. Give me a class 3 vest and a battle helmet. I'm shooting everybody.
I'm gonna be out there listening to fucking Will Smith and Will Smith and Cisco will be like, "We're going straight to the wild, wild west." But
have y'all ever seen a Western? Anybody seen a Western out there? Have y'all seen how they had the damn? Basically, you every time you leave your house every day, there is no guarantee you coming back home. Not only is there no guarantee you coming back home, there's no guarantee motherfuckers ain't gonna show up at your house to take your wife, take your damn kids, rob you, steal from you, everything. There's no guarantee.
well, that's how it is now, nigga.
Well, it wasn't as bad as it was then. Now, come on, now. I hadn't had nobody come up to my house do nothing to me, and ain't been no robbery in my dang neighborhood neither.
And you don't live in a neighborhood that shit happens to, but
shit, I live in a neighborhood. I live in a neighborhood that's not rich. I live in a duplex neighborhood, dude. Now it is happening in the ghetto. Yes.
So when was the last time? When was the last time it was a shootout in your neighborhood?
It ain't been none.
Ain't been none.
Last time there was a shootout in my neighborhood, I lived in Riverdale.
Yeah, see, you don't live in that. You don't live in that shit.
No,
now.
but what I'm saying, dude, is it during the Wild Wild West, that shit was everywhere. It wasn't no damn pockets of this and pockets of that. You forgot they had savages running around. They had goddamn outlaws, cattle rustlers.
That sound like the Cobb County when I was living on Central Drive, nigga.
You talking about a couple of counties in Atlanta. I'm talking about everywhere.
It wasn't like that everywhere.
If there's no police, if there's no prisons, dude, that's what I'm talking about. It's gonna be widespread, not pockets.
You know, the Cobb County had, that wasn't widespread back then, though. You have certain pockets that it was basically certain pockets back then.
Okay.
Not everybody was on that outlaw shit. That's when you was out there in the wild, wild west and shit.
I got you. I'm not saying everybody was on the outlaw shit. I'm saying there was other things too. Yeah, outlaws, Indians. You had a whole bunch of shit going on.
Look at current times right now and shit. Like I give you an example, the Cobb County. Now I was living on Central Drive. First 48 was there every fucking week because there was always somebody getting murdered there. It was if you to all my folks from Georgia, if you know, you know, and who's out there in the Cobb County, you fucking know. You survived through the trenches. So there was a complex out there that the crime there was so bad, they had to shut down the whole entire complex. That's how much crime it was there in that one area. I can't believe I used to live there too, bro.
Well, one thing you're missing, Max, is this. During the Wild Wild West, they actually had jails. They had jails back then. These some of bitches talking about getting rid of all prisons and letting everybody in, all immigrants, amnesty for everybody. That's gonna be worse than back then, bro. Because at least they had.
Well, what they're talking about is they're talking about getting rid of all private prisons, and they only want to keep the worst of the worst in prisons.
Shit, that ain't what their damn platform said.
No, that's what their platform is. That's what their platform is.
Well, whatever they were saying on TV was
it's basically
it wasn't that.
If it's not like a certain felony, if it's not like, example, you unaliving somebody, armed robbery. I honestly, I think armed robbery is on one of the lists that you might get you have to have like an armed robbery when it comes to like you kidnap somebody and you hold somebody hostage. That's the only way you will get locked up. And they're basically, it's like all the felony X's and lower.
So basically, you don't kill nobody, you ain't going to jail.
If you don't kill nobody, you don't go to jail. If you don't, depending on the kidnapping, you won't go to jail.
I'm gonna tell you like this:
So
if they do get in power, and this does happen, Sharia law is going to happen. That's gonna definitely happen. You're gonna have people getting raped in the streets. You're gonna have little children getting raped. You're gonna have women getting beat in public. You're gonna have men marrying children. It's gonna get terrible, way more terrible than it is now.
that's already happened. Look at what just happened in Minnesota. A woman was found guilty of a misdemeanor for saying the N-word.
I'm talking about nationwide, Max.
Well,
I'm talking nationwide.
Yeah, it's gonna. Well, it would never hit nationwide.
There's bestiality going on right now in America.
Yeah, bestiality's been happening for a long time.
You
Hell,
know?
you used to be able to watch.
They had somebody that married a freaking dog a couple of years ago. If somebody married a fucking tree.
You used to be able to watch bestiality corn on the internet back in the day. In the early 2000s.
So yeah,
don't ask me how I know.
I wasn't going to, bro.
I got curious one day. That was the worst shit I've ever seen in my life, boy. No, it ain't the stupid part. The stupid part is I forgot to delete the browser history. My mom saw that shit.
That's crazy.
Now, the fucked up part about it was I didn't even get my ass beat. I went straight to a psychologist and I literally was like, "Ma'am, I was just like, I was like the whole entire time I was disgusted and I was laughing at the shit too. I was like, it's nothing I give." It was funny too. It was funny. And it was hilarious. But anyway, yeah, man, yeah, fuck them Democrats.
I don't think my chick is whole. That's crazy. All right, go ahead.
You said what?
To dictate.
I was looking at a video on WhatsApp of this young lady that I'm vetting, and she can't shake her ass like most mangoes you see, or any chick that's loose in the street. So that might be a good sign. I don't know, but you can't always go by that. I'm just gonna put that in memory bank.
Our livelihoods and our future when Congress needs to step up and act. Yeah. That is the problem of all of this. We don't have people with courage in these type of positions of power to really push. We got to expand the courts. Yeah. We got to do so much, but our people, they're losing trust in us.
Cause y'all ain't shit.
That's Donovan. He also wants to unionize prostitutes. How do you unionize something that's illegal?
What? He want to do what?
Yeah, nigga, that's a Democratic platform. You know that?
I ain't know that one.
Yeah,
they want to unionize prostitutes.
Yeah, like if you go in New York, I forgot what street it is. Is it damn, I forgot what street it is. It's in New York. But in New York, there's literally a whole entire street where there's nothing but pros out there, bruh. And it looks like fucking Susua because there's nothing but Hispanic women out there. And they all are illegal immigrants from another fucking country.
Damn.
Yeah. Like you can find some, yeah. Like they all from another fucking country and shit. It's crazy. Most of them don't even speak English.
This shit crazy.
Yeah. I had a delivery not too far. I had a delivery not too far from there, and I was walking to the corner store to the bodega and shit, grab me something to eat and shit. And one of these bitches was trying to hop in the truck with me.
Huh?
Oh, they was just like, she's like, just taking me away from this life, Poppy.
What?
Yeah. And she was
said,
fine.
take her away from this life. No, she mean pay for me at least 2-3 hours, and I'm gonna get out and go to the next dude. That's what she
No,
needs.
no. It's all right. So about this is just a guess. About a quarter of these truck drivers out here on these roads and shit who got a female in their truck and shit, it was a bitch they probably met off the street and they just like, fuck it, hop in the truck with me. Yeah.
And now they
like,
responsible for that chick.
Yeah, because she clearly can't live her life by herself. It's something that one of my feminist friends, she don't like that she agrees with me about. But I told her, I was like this. Yeah, I'm all for women equality. I'm all for that shit. I'm like, shit, you want to do what the fuck you want? Go ahead and do all you want. I was like, yo, shawty, let's just be real. There's a lot of women out here, they need a man because they cannot live this life without a man. Unless of their life. And I'm like, yo, you know how the game go. Once that beauty is gone, how long that shit gonna last?
Exactly. You
10 years?
Can't get shit free no more. You ain't gonna get
I was
shit
like,
free.
I was like 10 I'm like what like from the age of 18 to 28. Now I'm like shit. Then them streets add extra stress on a woman too. Extra stress on a woman ages a woman quicker. This is not me being sexist. This is just me being real. This is just me. This is just me living in the hood, living around pros and pimps all my motherfucking life and shit. And the same women who looked it good when I was 18 years old and who lived that hard street life and shit and wanted to be pros and shit, all them bitches are hitting 40 now. And them hoes look 60.
Yep.
I got women that I can't believe we went to the same high school because I'm like, I cannot look that fucking old.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there like that, bro.
Unfortunately,
their value don't go up with age. Ours does.
No, for real. I went to a school. She works at a Quick Trip not too far from here. It's funny because that's where I'm gonna park at tonight. But she worked at a Quick Trip, well, Quick Star, wherever the fuck they call it now, Quick Star. And we went to the same high school and everything, bruh. I didn't recognize her. She's a year younger than me, dude. I did not fucking recognize her because she aged that fucking bad.
Oh, I got an ex that aged bad. She went to college with me, and she was like 3 years younger than me. This chick looked 10 years older than me now.
It's like whenever I ran into my first one of my ex-fiance's my ex-fiance mama and shit. And she looking at me and we talking all that, and we're at the airport. I'm on my way to fucking the Dominican Republic and shit. And she seen me in first class and all that shit. Actually, you know what? I wasn't in first. I had a economy ticket. Then because I was sweet talking the lady earlier when I was checking my bag in and shit. And me and her, we just had a lot in common. We just talking and shit. And she upgraded me when she seen me. She was like, come here. And she upgraded me to first class and shit. And so I see my girl ex-mama and shit. She asked me what all I'm doing, you know. And I told her whoop-de-whoop, you know. And I was asking her how her daughter's doing. And she looked at me.
You went out,
She
man.
should have really have tried to work everything out with you. Oh, she was looking at me like she wished her daughter would have made our relationship work. That's what her mother wished because of the fact that She asked me where I'm living at, and I told her, "Oh, I live in the Dominican Republic." And she was like, "Well, you don't got a home up here?" I was like, "Well, I did have a home, but my mom was living it, but we got rid of that home and shit. And so I'm back and forth from the Dominican Republic and the United States and shit." She basically thinking I had a house in the United States and I had a house in Dominican Republic and shit, but I only got one that's in the DR. But the funny part about it is that she was so fucking impressed by that shit that she really thought, damn, she basically thought in her mind, damn, her daughter fucked the bag up and dropped the ball that bad. And I was like, yeah, you did drop the ball. Because look at her fucking baby daddy. The nigga's my age and has never had a job no longer than a year.
Damn.
That's fucking sad.
That is sad. All right, let's go ahead and finish this up, man. We're gonna do a quick crypto. We ain't done no crypto tomorrow. We're gonna do a crypto, man, and wrap it up. Wrap up at midnight.
Nigga?
I mean, we got
finished,
we
nigga.
got
I was telling you my heart and shit, nigga, my feelings and shit. But yeah, Dragon, the nigga hasn't had a job for the past 15 years, no more than a year.
Ain't no way, bro.
The nigga got fired from Uber, bro.
How you get fired from Uber?
Yeah, I'm about to say that shit. Oh, it's a lot easier than what you think, though.
You said what?
It's a lot easier to get fired from the delivery service after what
you do stupid shit.
Nah,
Nigga.
You be lying on your ass too. But yeah, if you do stupid shit,
I did Uber, bruh, and my car smelled like nothing but gas, nigga. I was serving folks out the Uber car and shit, serving up some of my serving up. And nigga was catching rides and shit. It was like, damn, it smelled like gas in this bitch. I was like, you need some? Hell yeah, let me get some of that shit you got, man. Shit, give me 10, man. Nigga. Here you go.
There he go.
Nigga.
Let's finish up, man. Come on.
I don't know. These people aren't even hiding what they believe to get elected. I guess you got to get.
No, they are getting very bold. They're just saying whatever nowadays. I guess they're like, fuck it. We might as well go for it.
Give them credit for honesty. Mondani got elected after he said this. Go.
There are also other issues that we firmly believe in, whether it's BDS, right, or whether it is the end goal of ceasing the means of production, where we do not have the same level of support at this very moment.
He firmly believes in seizing the means of production. Now, Fox
he said this shit before he got elected. He said he said everything he wanted to do before he got elected. This is it's not. It's like this, man. It's like this. If New York wanted to go a socialist system, New York State, if they want to have a socialist system, let them have it. But we should make a law that if you voted for this, if this what you voted for, you should have to be forced to live with your vote instead of moving from different to different states.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allowed to move. If you voted for it, don't move. Stay in that shit.
Yeah. Like the homies who moving to shout out to Texas, shout out to Florida, shout out to motherfucking Georgia. You seen what the fuck happened in Georgia when all the New Yorkers moved down there?
Oh, I know, man. Shit got terrible in the fucking city, man.
Like Georgia is shit. Like how high the crime is in Georgia now?
It got high as fuck. It's man, look here. Well, really, you know what really fucked up Atlanta, Georgia more than anything else is that damn Hurricane Katrina and all them folk came.
Yeah, Hurricane. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny because I was thinking the same shit. Hurricane Katrina, boy.
Fucked Atlanta up because half of them jokers went. Okay, look at it like this. Where was that I don't remember what they called it. That little. Okay, so the syphilis count went up 128% in Houston, right? Then they had that little fest in Houston where there was a whole bunch of debauchery going on. And ain't Houston been on the
Mocha
map for
Fest.
doing a whole bunch of bullshit? Mocha Fest.
Yes.
Hadn't Houston been on the damn in the news for a whole bunch of bullshit lately?
Yes.
Okay. What were the two cities that most people from New Orleans went to after Katrina?
Houston and Atlanta.
Houston and Atlanta.
Atlanta. ATL, ho.
So yes, New York, people coming down here, crime got affected, but I would say more so than anything else is when Hurricane Katrina went down. That's when shit went fucking awry around here.
You want to hear a fucked up statistic? A fucked up statistic?
Right.
Since he brought up syphilis, do you know 48% of all black women have herpes?
Mm-hmm. It's a very common disease. Very common. A lot of people got it. Last time I checked, they said 80-something% of people out here got herpes any fucking.
That's crazy. 48%. I haven't looked at the white folks. Probably white folks got
Probably about the same.
higher.
It may be higher the same. That shit's widespread, dude. Because some of that shit's oral, some of that shit's genital, some of it's both. You can get oral from genital, you can get genital from oral. All that shit, dude. All right, let's continue.
Seize Fox and Johnny, we're gonna have a problem.
It's because they all sleep
The
with
party
the
looks
same
like a
baby
psych
daddy.
ward. What happened? Well, a former operative says the donor class got white guilt tripped.
I will say the type of person drawn to donating to DSA or progressive candidates, they're often not people that have built their own business. They're people that have inherited their wealth. And I think that they feel a mass amount of guilt. And so there are donor advisors and consultants within the Democratic.
Let me freaking inherit some wealth. I ain't finna have no damn guilt. You can kiss my ass. I'll tell you that, boy.
Democratic Party that convince them that this is the best way for them to alleviate their guilt. But it's actually destroying our country.
Do you want to be the victim of some left-wing heiress who wants to take out her daddy issues on the country? I don't. This party might not make it to the midterms. It might get so jacked up with infighting and hysteria that they choke and Congress stays red. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but there's a shot it does. The party's falling apart and the midterms haven't even happened yet.
He's
Voting
right.
rolls are being cleaned up all across the country and states are starting to panic. New Jersey just announced they had thousands of people registered who aren't American citizens. Now, Alaska just removed 3,000 people from their rolls for the same reason. Now, with redistricting, clean rolls, and communism, if Democrats lose, this party could commit suicide. Think about how depressed.
Sean.
Yeah.
No, bruh. Nigga, 48% of black women have genital herpes.
I mean, genital. Yeah, genital.
Do you know what the number is for white women?
How much?
14%.
Jeez. You said it was gonna be higher. That shit ain't nowhere near it.
I thought that shit was about to be I thought that shit was gonna be at least in the 60s. It said 14% it says between 8 to 40%. Sorry, it said between 8 and 14% white non-Hispanic women have genital herpes, bruh. That is fucking ridiculous. Well, black women, you can't say white women are nastier than y'all no more. That is fucking crazy.
Was when Trump won in 2024. Now, if they can't claw this back, James Carville's never getting out of bed. Be sure.
Exactly. Dragon, you got something about maybe some points to make on crypto, man?
The main thing of what I would even have in regards to that is to where a post of what I had put earlier to what if XRP would be worth if it replaced the entire global payment system And just as a quick breakdown on that real quick, more than 150 trillion moves across borders every year, and currency trading runs at 6.9 trillion a day, which is the market XRP was built to serve. XRP gets its value in two ways: from the amount institutions must hold to move money, and from the amount people choose to own. And almost all of today's $69 billion market cap comes from people choosing to own it. Let me repeat that part once again. XRP gets its values two ways: from the amount institutions must hold to move money, such as Franklin Templeton or Franklin Crypto, Charles Schwab, and the likeness of them, and from the amount people choose to own. And almost all of today's $69 billion market cap comes from people choosing to own it, not the institutions. So, Ripple processes about 16 trillion a year in payments and clearing, but CEO Brad Garlinghouse says digital assets, including XRP, make up close to 0% of that volume. So, if XRP handled all 9.6 trillion of daily currency trading, a coin would be worth anywhere from $15 to $155, depending on how fast each one got reused. Let me go ahead and dip into this just a little bit further. Give me a second.
You said 15, 155.
Yeah,
Sorry.
15 to $155 per coin. So,
Damn.
Look, XRP was built to do one thing, which is to move money between currencies as a bridge asset. Most people. Okay.
Sorry about that. I
Most,
slipped.
no, you're good. Most people who hold XRP expect that if banks ever use it to settle payments worldwide, the price climbs with volume. That idea holds up, but not in the way most people picture it. XRP can carry the world's money without much of that money ever needing to stop in it, and that difference changes the answers by trillions. So, what would XRP be worth if it replaced the global payment system in its entirety? So, more than 150 million moves across borders every year, which works out over 400 billion a day. Currency trading is bigger still, with the Banks for International Settlements, or BIS, putting global foreign exchange turnover at 9.6 trillion a day in its most recent survey, up 28% in 3 years. 9.6 trillion a day? Man, no other market in finance moves that much money. So that is the number to use for the generous version of this question. Ripple already handles a slice of this market. On June 26th, Brad Garlinghouse said that the company processes 16 trillion a year in payments and clearing across businesses it has bought, and that digital assets, XRP included, make up close to 0% of that volume. That volume runs through firms like Ripple Prime, rebranded from Hidden Road, because remember, when Ripple Labs had bought Hidden Road, so that way they can have the Clarity and other stuff ahead of the Clarity Act. And G Treasury on traditional rails. So the gap measures the conversion works ahead rather than a queue of XRP trades waiting to happen. So the company that built XRP moves 16 trillion a year, and almost none of it touches the token. Owning the rails and creating demand for the asset are two different problems. All right, let me do this real quick. Most people carry a simple assumption that, like I said, that if XRP handles a share of the world's money, it must be worth a share of it. That it treats the coin as a container when it works as a conduit. The only two things put value into a conduit. The first route is working capital, meaning the amount that has to be held in XRP at any one moment rather than the amount passing through it. That figure depends entirely on how fast each token gets reused. because a dollar that moves 10 times a day does the work of $10. XRP settles in 3 to 5 seconds. And on-demand liquidity exists precisely so institutions never have to hold XRP in advance. That was the selling point. And it means the better XRP works, the less of it the world needs to own. The ledger offers no second income either. Actually, it does, but we'll get into that something in another part. As every XRP ledger transaction destroys a fraction of a cent in XRP rather than paying it to anyone. So no validator earns fees, and there is no yield to collect. The second route is people holding XRP because they think it matters through ETFs, corporate treasuries, and anyone who owns it without ever moving a payment through it. That route is doing nearly all the work today because XRP carries a market cap about 69 billion, while the DeFi built on its own ledger holds roughly 33 million. Usage is not producing that valuation, which means XRP's value doesn't come from what moves through it. It comes from what stays in it. Hence, as an example, putting your XRP inside of a vault as per Soil, as an example, Soil Vault, which is built and maintained inside of the XRP ledger. So now your XRP is gaining additional XRP and your RLUSD is gaining additional RLUSD inside of RLUSD system. So it's maintaining that, where it says that, which means XRP's value doesn't come from what moves through it. It comes from what stays in it. So holding that stuff in a vault and doing stuff on you see where this is going anyway. So if there was a full adoption, it says this: if XRP handled every dollar of the 69 trillion traded in currency markets today, the amount that would need to be held in it depends entirely on how fast each coin gets reused. At 10 reuses a day, the system needs about 960 billion held in XRP at any moment, which comes to about $15 for each of the roughly 62 billion coins in circulation. At 5 reuses, that figure climbs to 1.9 trillion, or about $31 a coin. And at 1 reuse a day, it takes a full 9.6 trillion, putting that coin at about $155. So the same volume proceeds 15 or 155, depending only on how fast XRP moves, and XRP is built to move fast. Because 3-second settlements and on-demand liquidity exist so institutions hold as little of it as possible, that pushes the answer towards the lower end. Those figures also assume everything runs perfectly, which it never does, but I mean technically it can. More money flows one way than the other on most payment routes. So someone as to hold an extra XRP on the quarter side, trading hours in US and Asia barely overlap. And market makers keeping a cushion in case the price moves while payment settles. Every one of those means holding more XRP than simple sum suggests. The most common counter to all of this: money banks keep parked in foreign accounts so payments can settle. The estimates puts anywhere from 5 trillion to 27 trillion. The argument goes that XRP will replace those accounts and all that capital will move to XRP instead. But on-demand liquidity frees that money by removing the need to pre-fund it all, so the cash goes back to the bank rather than converting it into XRP. Locking it into XRP would recreate the exact problem that the product was built to solve. So in the end, here's your thing. Vault your shit, utilize another method, such as like with the Ripple dollar or RLUSD, and go from there. But what if most people are banking on, is it going to like $1 trillion or something else like that? I'll give it a more conservative look, which is about the $15 to $20 coin, $20 range, or the $30 range, which I was like saying about a couple of years ago. Now, around 2032, 2035, that's probably when you're looking about the $60 to $100 range per coin, and going up from there, since we'll be into a fully digitized economy. We'll be into the new fully implemented into the new payment rails, everything else of what they got going. And from what the looks of it, looks like it's going to be Solana, Canton, XRP, XDC, XLM, HBAR most definitely. With Polygon backing it up, of course, they're going to bring back Ethereum after a while because Ethereum has its uses because most smart contracts are built on the Ethereum blockchain system itself. So they're going to have to keep that up and running. But those are just some of the main core ones of what you see in the headlines. And like I said beforehand, what your governments are getting into, what your banks are getting into, your institutions. I already told you about Franklin Crypto, which used to be Franklin Templeton. Now they got Franklin Crypto. And guess who would they utilize with the Benji token on Franklin Crypto? Stellar Rails. You also got Wisdom Tree Prime, which is utilizing tokenized gold and other stuff like that. And guess what they use? Stellar Rails. So if you have Stellar, which is on tokenized gold and other assets, you have Franklin Crypto, which uses their Benji tokens. They're utilizing Stellar Rails for different things. Oh, and not to also mention the Depository Trust and Clearinghouse, or the DTCC, is also utilizing Stellar Rails as well too. Institutional plumbing. Anyway, that's what I have for crypto news. Thank you. Yeah.
Another satisfying crypto moment.
This time we'll have a little bit more structure. I've been really tired.
That's loud.
Next time I have a little bit more structure. I was tired. I've been working 75 to 80 hours a week lately. And, working these 2 jobs and whatnot. We'll see when the next one is. It's not going to be tomorrow, though. It'll probably be Sunday night. But yeah, man. So any closing statements from anybody?
Y'all get y'all assets together because y'all ain't got too much longer.
Keep voting socialism, fellas. Keep voting, folks. Keep voting socialism, ladies. I want to see where this world is going to go. So keep doing it.
I mean, really and truly, as a Christian, y'all keep running this nation into the ground so we can go ahead and go to heaven, man. It's all good. It's all good, dude.
Most of y'all going to hell.
Well, I see here's the thing. That's very ironic because for you to say that they going to hell, that's possibly send you there.
No, I'm going to heaven, nigga. Fuck y'all. I'm going to heaven.
Condemnation, bro. Condemnation. Be careful with that shit.
Well, I will say this. Most of these Christians are worshiping the devil. They don't even worship the actual real God. They worship the devil and shit.
Mm-hmm. You got
I had a motherfucker get mad at me. I was just like, hey, listen here, man. I don't have no problems with gays, trans, all that shit. I told them there's only 2 things I will never do: invite them over to my home, nor I will go to church with them. And they trying to say, oh, I'm homophobic, transphobic. I'm like, nah, man. It's just that's my morals, man. I'm like, what the fuck is with y'all? Like, not caring. Like, I'm supposed to care about your customs and your traditions, but you supposed to say F my customs and my tradition. Where they do that at? You feel me? Where they do that at, Sean?
Right. They don't do that. No. I mean, you got folks around here consider themselves Christian, vote for abortion. So, and you got the transgender stuff. It is what it is, man. It's well, from my understanding of what I've read in the Bible and what I've seen some stuff interpreted, we all standing in line up there, man, trying to get in, and we have to judge ourselves. We're gonna be played back a pretty much a recording of it, however it's gonna be presented to us of our lives, and we're gonna have to be held accountable for it. And I think the people that are gonna sit there and not humble themselves and realize that, look, you messed up, go ahead and admit it. You follow Jesus. You weren't the perfect person, but at least be able to be humble in that moment there's a possibility you might get let in. Some folks go, hey, to this day, you got folks that won't take accountability for nothing they do. I wonder how they're gonna be when they get in that situation. Well, it was so and so. It was him. You're gonna see that thumb go down, bro.
Or anyway, maybe it might be like Anubis, where is your heart heavier than a feather?
Could be, man. It's winding up though, man. I'm gonna get married and have me another kid before it happens though. But it's winding up, dude.
So you gonna bring a kid to the end of days, nigga?
Hey man, maybe they supposed to be the one that help out. Maybe they supposed to be the one that save more souls than me, dude. You never know. God will determine that. He told us to be fruitful and multiply. He didn't say be fruitful and multiply if the world ain't coming to an end. He said be fruitful and multiply. That's what he said. So
that's messed up, bro.
Hey,
what he said, man. Man, that's messed up, bro. Like you gonna bring in another killer in this hellhole? No, I'm just joking with you. I'm fucking with you.
But folks, man, we'll holler at you. We gonna end this live, man, with one of my. What'd you say, man? What'd you say, Dragon?
I was just telling the crowd peace and thanks for watching.
For sure. So we gonna let the music play in. We're gonna end the thing, y'all. We holler at y'all. Peace out.
Open the gate, but keep on pushing. We'll show you what made Georgia great. Georgia Clay, all on my wheel.